superpowers before the USA, and the one likely to take over. When you hear the word superpower, one country probably comes to mind instantly: the United States of America. For decades, the US has dominated global politics, economics, technology, and culture. From Hollywood movies to Silicon Valley innovations, from Wall Street finance to unmatched military might, the US has been the face of modern power. But here's the thing: America was not the first nation to wear the crown of global dominance. History is full of empires that once ruled the world stage, each believing their influence would last forever. Yet none of them could hold the title indefinitely. In this video, we'll explore the rise and fall of superpowers before the United States, and we'll ask one pressing question: WHO is most likely to take over from America in the future? Stay with us as we uncover how power has shifted across centuries, and how it may shift again. Section 1: The concept of a superpower. So, what exactly is a superpower? A superpower isn't just a rich or strong country. It's a nation with the ability to shape world events far beyond its borders. This influence comes through military strength, economic dominance, political reach, and cultural appeal. Superpowers are those countries that control the flow of trade, dictate global norms, and inspire, or sometimes intimidate, others into following their lead. But here's the catch: history shows that no superpower lasts forever. Whether it's the result of costly wars, economic collapse, internal weakness, or rising challenges, even the strongest nations eventually face decline. Section 2: The superpowers before the United States. Let's step back in time and see who held the mantle of global superpower before America. 1. The Spanish Empire, 16th–17th century. After Columbus's voyage in 1492, Spain suddenly found itself at the center of a global empire. Spain controlled vast territories across Europe, the Americas, Africa, and even Asia, with colonies as far as the Philippines. Enormous amounts of gold and silver poured into Spain, making it the richest country in the world. Its navy, the Spanish Armada, was the most feared military force of the era. But success came at a cost. Endless wars with rivals, inflation caused by too much silver, and political mismanagement slowly drained Spain's strength. By the 17th century, Spain's golden age was already dimming. 2. The British Empire, 18th–early 20th century. After Spain's decline, the British Empire rose to take its place. Britain built the most powerful navy in history, giving it control over global trade routes. At its peak, the empire covered a quarter of the Earth's landmass and ruled over hundreds of millions of people. The saying, "the sun never sets on the British Empire," was no exaggeration. What truly set Britain apart was the Industrial Revolution. Steam engines, factories, railroads, and global trade networks gave Britain unmatched technological and economic power. But 2 world wars in the 20th century left Britain weakened and financially drained. Slowly but surely, the empire that had ruled for centuries gave way to a new leader across the Atlantic, the United States. 3. Other historical contenders. Long before Spain and Britain, other great empires shaped the world. The Roman Empire, which lasted for centuries, dominated Europe and the Mediterranean, spreading its laws, culture, and architecture. The Mongol Empire, led by Genghis Khan, created the largest land empire in history, stretching from China to Eastern Europe and revolutionizing trade with the Silk Road. And in the 20th century, the Soviet Union emerged as America's rival. Armed with nuclear weapons and driven by ideology, the USSR challenged US dominance for decades, until its sudden collapse in 1991. Each of these powers left behind legacies we still see today. But one truth remains clear: no empire or superpower has been permanent. Section 3: The Age of the United States. After World War II, the United States rose to become the world's undisputed superpower. Its economy surged while much of Europe and Asia lay in ruins. With nuclear weapons and unmatched global military bases, the US became the most powerful military force in history. American culture spread globally, through music, film, technology, and even food. For more than 70 years, the US has set the rules of global trade, finance, and politics. Whether it's the United Nations, the World Bank, or NATO, the fingerprints of American leadership are everywhere. But just like past superpowers, America now faces growing challenges. And that raises a critical question: which nation, if any, could take over in the future? Section 4. Who could take over from the US? Several contenders are often mentioned by experts. Let's take a closer look. 1. China. China is perhaps the strongest challenger. Its economy is already the second largest in the world and could surpass the US within the next 2 decades. Through initiatives like the Belt and Road, China is investing billions into infrastructure projects across Asia, Africa, and Europe, spreading its influence far beyond its borders. Its military is rapidly modernizing, and it's competing in high-tech sectors like artificial intelligence, 5G, and space exploration. But China faces hurdles: an aging population, concerns over political freedoms, and heavy reliance on exports. The road to global dominance isn't guaranteed. 2. The European Union. As a combined bloc, the EU has enormous potential. Collectively, it has an economy larger than the US. It wields significant soft power through diplomacy, culture, and technology. However, divisions between member states, the lack of a unified army, and challenges like Brexit weaken its ability to act as a single superpower. 3. India. India is often described as the rising giant. It now has the world's largest population and one of the fastest growing economies. A young workforce, democratic institutions, and expanding tech and space programs all strengthen its case. Its strategic position between East and West makes it a central player in global geopolitics. Yet India struggles with infrastructure gaps, poverty, and internal divisions. Its rise is promising, but not without challenges. 4. Other players. Russia, despite its strong military and natural resources, struggles with a smaller economy and heavy reliance on energy exports. BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are experimenting with new alliances that could reshape global influence in ways we haven't seen before. Section 5. The future of superpowers. If history teaches us anything, it's this: no superpower lasts forever. The Spanish Empire fell. The British Empire faded. The Soviet Union collapsed almost overnight. Today, the United States remains the most powerful nation on Earth. But the balance of power is shifting. Whether it's China, India, or a coalition of nations, the 21st century may witness a new superpower rising to take America's place, or at least to share the stage. And when that happens, the world will change just as dramatically as it did with the rise of Spain, Britain, and the US. So what do you think? Will the US remain the dominant superpower, or are we already living in the age of transition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to Uncovering Fact for more history, politics, and global insights you won't find in school.